Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of As the Crow Flies Hiking. So following Walker's World and I are out on an overnight trip on the Pinhoti Trail in Cheehaw, and we thought we would do a little video as we were talking about it, about the Lanshan tent and the Zpacks Duplex. Talked about the pros and cons and a little bit about it. So here we go, that's what we're about to do.
So we got the Lanshan, which is behind me over here, and we got the Duplex, which is over here, which is a single wall tent compared to a double wall. So let's talk about that.
So first, Tom and I are going to talk about the Lanshan tent. Tom, tell us a little bit about your experience with the Lanshan tent and some of the pros and cons about it.
Well, first of all, I've been very happy with the Lanshan regular tent. I am 6'2". My only complaint is that it's probably at its limit with my height. If you're any taller than that, I would recommend not getting this tent. It's a double wall tent. It's made of sill nylon, 15D sill nylon. The floor has been real durable in the bathtub in it. I have not had any holes or any rips or any leaks in this tent. Other than that, it's a 2 trekking pole tent. It can put, my wife and I have been sleeping in it, so it did accommodate 2 20-inch Thermarest air mattresses. All in all, I've had this tent now going on my 3rd year. It's seen some wear and tear, and it's been holding up real well.
And so in relation to the Zpacks Duplex, it has the same design, right? You got the two poles that hold it up, and it's staked out on the corners, and then it has the 2 vestibules that roll up, right?
Mm-hmm. It does. And I don't fold this tent up. I just use it in a stuff sack. I stuff this in any which way I can get in it, and it has not had any tears or anything on it. So it's held up real well. I have been happy with it, and it's a very inexpensive tent. And since they came out with the Lanshan Pro, which is a single wall version, which is larger and which is more comparable to the Duplex, this has gone down. I think you can pick this tent up right now for $100. So there's some problems in China getting it, but I think there are some companies here like Mir and other ones that you can order through Amazon and pick it up.
Yeah, and I have the sCreed, which is just, I guess, just another...
Yeah, it's green, it's another like Mir, and it's all a knockoff of the same tent.
All the same thing, but so I have loved it, and I love the fact, as Tom said, it's dual walled, and you don't have to take off the rain fly. You put it all in together in your bag, right?
That's correct. Everything goes together, and it's a double wall tent, and there's hardly any condensation because of the airflow that comes around the screening in it.
On my sCreed, I really put some silicone on these patches here that pull it out on the front, on the head and the bottom. Did you do that as well?
I did some seam sealing around those, only because that's where the tension is on it, and I don't know if it needed it, but I felt like I did it anyway because I felt like it may. Yeah. But I have not had any leaks in it, and so far so good.
And the other thing that I noticed is, in mine as well as Tom's, the door is kind of a D-shaped door, right?
Yeah, I would call it like a quarter moon. Whereas in a Duplex, you got the half moon total opening. This only opens on the corner on one side, and then on the opposite side, on the opposite corner, it opens on there too. So you have dual accesses, but it doesn't have that whole opening in it.
Well, that, I guess, kind of takes care of what we wanted to talk about the Lanshan. I mean, the pros that we talked about is the cost. You're talking about $100 for this tent, whereas we're going to talk about the Duplex in a minute. It's inexpensive and it's durable. Obviously, Tom's had it for now, what?
Almost 3 years. I had it on the John Muir Trail, up in the Smoky Mountains. I mean, all over the place, and it's held up real well.
And it's long enough to accommodate somebody that's 6'2" tall, so that's good. It's fairly light for
2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds.
That's with everything, not with this. Keep in mind, when they send this to you, you get the small groundhog type
set.
And it stuffs down really compact. I can fit it in my backpack really easily.
Now we'll go over to the Duplex and talk about that one as well. Okay, we talked a little bit about the Lanshan tent that Tom has, and he has had it for 2.5 years, right? Or 3.
Correct, yep.
And so that's, to me, a very durable tent, especially at the cost. At the price, it's very inexpensive, and it comes in at 2.5 pounds. I think that is a great option for somebody to have. I went ahead and got the Zpacks Duplex tent. This is the spruce green color. So the spruce green is 0.74 Dyneema. That's the fabric. And the Dyneema fabric comes in the 0.74 in Zpacks. It comes in the 0.63 or 64 in the camouflage version. And then the remainder of those tents, the blue and the green, come in at 0.51. So that's a lot thinner Dyneema. The upside I see towards the Zpacks Duplex is weight. The spruce green, I think, is 21 ounces, maybe 19 ounces for the 0.51 tents. I got the 0.74 spruce green because I wanted the little bit thicker. There was just something in my head that thought if I got the little bit thicker that it would be more durable. I'm not sure if that's even the case. It's just a peace of mind. So Tom talked about the doors on the Lanshan, and the doors on the Zpacks had this kind of half moon design. So you can see as Tom's opening it, it goes all the way down on both sides. And I really like that feature because you pull it down and you can really get things in and out quickly and get yourself in and out quickly. You do have to be careful with those zippers when you get them down that they don't stretch and pull. I haven't had any problems, but I've heard of people that had problems with the zippers. I haven't had any issues, and I think they fixed a little bit of the design where the zipper stopped at the bottom, so it had a double stitch to stop it. Another difference is it's single wall.
Because this is a single wall, it does have a little more condensation in it. Also, though, when this tent gets wet, it dries a lot quicker. It doesn't have the stretch like sil nylon has, and it stays firm, and it's a very durable tent. I mean, it's probably the most popular tent right now in the backpacking world. You can also see how high the bathtub, and this is the way you pitch it also, but if you pitch it properly, you get a nice height on that bathtub floor, which keeps the splattering from the rain coming in. It's a tent that I've had my eye on for a long time, and it's just the price.
Yeah, so the price right now is, as I think it was, it's $599, I believe, maybe $614 for the spruce green.
Right, for the thicker Dyneema. Yeah.
And I think even the camo is a little more. It may be at this time, and I'm approximating, but I think the camo is $630 because the camo you have that design on it and everything. It's not just but now the camo has a little bit of a less translucent sheen to it, so when you're in the tent it does feel a little darker in the mornings. The light comes through this and the 0.74 because you can see it's translucent. You can't see in there other than you know that there's a shape in there. Now the design is just revolutionary to me. As you can see, the tent, water comes down the A-frame, and because it's single walled, there is a net feature on the bathtub floor on the head and the feet. And so the water just goes off the side. And then this net feature keeps the rain from coming in, and the condensation rolls out. So the condensation rolls down in the inside, down to the mesh, and then off. And that keeps the water off of you.
The only way the condensation will hit you is when it's condensation, it's starting to bead inside and it's raining. If it's raining, the patter of the rain will drip down onto you, and that's been one of the things with any single wall tent will do that. And great tent, great company, great tent.
And the other thing we talked about, the comparisons. I mean, the Lanshan and the Duplex have the same design. You got two poles, just like you stake it out. And then there's a lot of different hacks that you can see. Different people have hacks for different things, like taking a clothespin to avoid some of the condensation, rolling this thing up halfway and putting a clothespin here to keep that airflow in. But essentially, if you will keep one door open on both sides, I mean, that's enough airflow to keep most condensation, unless you're just on a lake and you're going to get condensation anyway. All right, so that's kind of our comparison in talking about the Lanshan versus the Duplex and the Duplex versus the Lanshan. I'll show you a little bit of video inside and around the tent there.
Yeah, I mean, you hear so much about people comparing the two tents. I don't think they're that. I mean, the design's the same, but it's a totally different tent.
All right, well, thank you so much for following Walker's World, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of As the Crow Flies Hiking.